love the slow fade jazz. Welcome to the last call of episode 33, everyone, joined by Chris, Mike, Hartley, and Maggie.
Oh, wow.
33. Look at me.
Look at you. Okay, do you want to know what the number was?
Yes.
Okay. Before you guys teleported away, it was at 3.
Oh my God.
It was
we got
at 3.
that close, eh? Do you have the numbers? Can you take us through them?
Yes.
Please.
So after episode 32, I rolled 3 times, and I rolled an 11, a 10, and a 15.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh,
okay.
Mm-hmm. And then I rolled a 14, 14, 3, 14.
You're
okay.
Crazy.
Wow.
You are insane.
That 3 really saved us, I think. Holy shit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That came more to the wire than any other encounter I've ever been.
Yeah,
in
that felt scary because
always this game.
Yeah.
Always these encounters.
Yes.
I don't understand
how balanced. Like almost
they're
too
not
balanced.
almost too balanced.
Almost too balanced.
refuse
balanced towards the way that it should be, which is us running away in the nick of time, right? Like
the cliffhangeriest cliffhangers.
Just thinking about it this way, with the healing potion that brought me up, 10 HP, but I was at 2 for the entire encounter.
I was at 1.
You were at 1. Maggie, after taking the damage, you were at what?
11.
You were at 11. Yeah. Kinala was
I only got hit
us.
once, which was
thank goodness.
from sealing stuff.
Once Kinala got introduced, like I feel like that was like something that
we needed to be introduced, or we were
Mom
fucked.
just does hyper beam. Holy fucking shit!
Terrifying.
She's got laser eyes. Yeah.
My mom's got laser eyes.
We're gonna talk about that shit.
Yeah.
Anyways,
that's crazy.
Dinner chats.
Fireside.
Yeah. I will say, just a peek behind the screen. So the monster, the shadow monster that I was using.
I want to know.
It's called Macrocian, and it was actually a homebrew by someone on Reddit. I was kind of scrolling through Reddit, and shout out to Unapproachable. He came up with this.
Ooh. Okay, shout out Unapproachable.
Yeah, and the reason I chose it is because it is a like a shadow thing, which is like very Lolth, but also very Erevan Elixir. And the way that it works is that you have that little puppeteer skeleton inside that is kind of doing everything. Yeah, and that's where the key was, obviously. And then when you get attacked by it, your strength drains, and actually, if it reduces your strength to 0, you die.
Yeah,
like you don't go to 0, you die.
There's other spectral stuff that does do that in D&D. So as soon as you introduce the mechanic, I was like, ooh, this isn't usually, I don't think, a shadow specific thing, but it is really nice to see.
It was cool.
Because I was like, this is like it's much more in the necrotic side.
Yeah,
it is.
Which is why I was describing like Clue, like and Dylan, like you felt your heart just kind of like shrinking in a sense. So like if you got your strength down to 0, like you would have just died like the creatures sprawled out on the ground where you didn't see any like weapon attacks on it.
Yeah,
but they were dead.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
And I will say, the other part of the fight, which might have sped up the fight a little bit, if you had entered into the shadow like Grub did, and had killed the skeleton, which had very, very little AC. It's very little hit points. It's a skeleton. It would have died. Shadow monster would have gone.
Wait,
didn't think of that.
Oh, like entering inside of the shadow monster.
It was interesting that it had bones.
And that was the thing, is that he got a -4 to his strength, or minus whatever to his strength.
I was rolling for the skeleton, not for the shadow monster.
Yeah.
Because it was the skeleton trying to wrestle with Grub to hang on to the key.
Oh, I guess for me it was like I didn't really realize how big the shadow monster was in comparison to the skeleton within it. I thought it was very humanoid-esque, but it sounds like the shadow part and the goo part was like
tall, so imagine
it was a big extension of
it was
that
basically
skeleton.
like a huge shield for the skeleton, because
Yeah.
the skeleton was very small inside and it was basically protecting it.
That is what I was picturing, but I did not expect.
I didn't think about it.
Didn't think about that.
So
I didn't want to get anywhere near it with it reducing your strength so much.
Yeah. So question then for me, like with the torches, would that have done anything?
Not necessarily.
Yeah,
like
okay.
if you had hit it with the torch, it would have done fire damage. But the big thing was radiant damage, because it is necrotic.
So turning off all the torches in the area would not have. Damn, I really thought it was something like
at the beginning I did.
Full Metal Alchemist.
At the beginning I did, but until that was until the radiant damage hit, because you're not going to have that. Like those are two very opposite things. You know, like if radiant does damage, then taking away all the radiant, all the fire isn't really gonna like.
Was Pride that homunculus? The son of Pride of
Brotherhood.
In Brotherhood, From Alchemist, best anime. Watch it if you haven't.
Best anime of all time.
From Alchemist Brotherhood.
So good. That fight could have gone very differently, but of course, like you don't want to just approach this monster.
And with 0 HP.
Yeah,
Like,
and you guys are all
scary.
And with
very
the
much
distance
hurt.
to getting to a safe zone.
Yeah.
Like it being just far enough that it was like, nah, you can't really.
Yeah.
Plus a range of hit. It all made, it makes sense.
Yeah,
why
but
we're scared.
We were
It
also
came down to the wire within
exhausted
everything.
for 3 episodes.
Yeah.
We're still exhausted.
We're still exhausted.
We're still exhausted.
That's crazy.
My question is, are you at level 2 of exhaustion?
Yeah.
Wasn't that half movement?
Right, and then being
So
also...
the whole, I was thinking about that. I didn't want to retcon once we were halfway. We gave him full movement when he should have had half. He wouldn't have been able to get to Kinola for that extra round. Doesn't matter.
Fuck.
It was the strength of love from
It was
her
the strength
son.
of love that gave him an extra 15 feet of movement every turn.
You know what? I make these encounters very hard. If I don't remember, that's a free
doesn't matter.
gift.
Okay,
That's a free
beautiful.
gift.
Okay.
Thank you, Papa Chris.
You're
Yes.
welcome.
Because I was
God.
thinking about that. I was like, oh, fuck, I'm not going to bring it up now.
Right. I didn't think
So
about
everything's
it at all.
so, yeah.
But
shit.
speaking of giving you a gift, Mike, I believe you're going to be losing something right now as well because we
yes.
have a bet that has to be
We had a
included.
bet.
Oh, I got to get my dice out. Oh, what?
No. You just get my dice.
Oh, yes. Sorry, I got to open up my dice bag. Super nice.
It was the Papa dice. Shout out Nadpod. Which one was it again? Was it the 6-sided?
It was a D6 is what we
Okay.
decided.
There you are.
I'll trade you. I'll give you the skull dice in a
tiny-
trade.
No. That's not how this works, Hartley.
Yeah,
we
you're right.
respect the system.
And I was correct. There was nothing in the bag.
There was nothing in the
The
bag.
bag was a tool.
It was just a way of teleporting or
the transaction
transporting
has been complete.
the sword and the stone.
Fucking stone.
yeah, the
Yeah,
stone's
that was
there.
crazy.
That
I did not.
Oh,
expect
the
that.
sword and the stone.
Yeah,
Fun.
the voice. What you gonna do with that? What you gonna do
Yeah,
with
Lolth
that?
is pissed now.
Cry. What do I have no.
Yeah, I guess
Nothing you can do, really. Yeah.
I'm confused though why
you could try to break free now.
it was just here. I don't know. I guess it makes sense. Not just here. Like it's specifically a hidden place with a relic.
Yeah,
yeah.
Under the control.
It is
of
hilarious that
Erebin.
the relic's just on the floor.
Very yeah.
The fact that
And this
that
is-
is not treasured as much as the stone was.
Yeah,
Well,
if it's
yeah.
it is Erebin's vault, and like it seems like based on the appearance of the vault that the stone was way more valuable to him than the sword.
Then the sword.
It seems like the sword might have been just a means of getting stuff done.
Yeah.
But
You
that's
gave
very
me the
interesting.
best dice, the best D6 in history.
There you go.
This is I just
I
rolled
try?
it like 15 times and I rolled 1 and the rest were 5s.
Oh wow. A 6? Whoa! Wow. maybe the little possum inside is weighted to your. That there's a
take
one
it.
there.
Take it.
Interesting. Okay. Well, anyway, listen. A deal's a deal. I'm coming for
At
your
least
dice in the next one.
I fight with D6s, so
Yeah,
Dylan's
that's good.
lending me strength.
That's
But
good.
you and your mom,
Mom.
yes.
Oh my god! Finally.
Oh my God.
Finally. I'm like.
See, eventually
But
I
here's the
do
thing.
give you fun stuff.
Fine.
Here's the
Hey.
thing. I don't know if I trust her.
Yeah, now we got trust issues.
Well, like, because now we're gonna come back and I'll be like,
now you got trauma.
are you like really my mom? Like, I don't know.
She's
You
so much cooler than she was when she was Erebin.
It's true. It's
when
true.
she was Erebin, she was
100%.
like this weird, loving, like creepy woman.
yeah.
Yeah,
Now
and I
she's
thi-
like soldier-esque, which makes way more
I
sense.
love
for
her
fucking-
a lot more now.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
100%.
It's funny
Like-
because at the end of last session or the one before that, where I made the joke, it was originally intentionally a joke of like, your mom was hot, like to
Yeah,
throw
yeah.
you off.
Yeah.
And now she's a soldier and Clue's a soldier, and Clue's like, oh,
Damn.
maybe I wasn't joking.
Yeah. It'd be so funny if like she's
So
like
funny.
too soldier-esque and Dylan's like, I kind of liked other mom.
That'd be so funny.
I would like my mama seer.
Dylan gets burned.
To be fair, like this entire session, you've just known her in combat mode.
Of
Yes,
course,
exactly.
of course. No, I love that. I think it was a really good interaction. I feel like I didn't really know what the jail cell structure looked like. I feel like if I knew where the key was, I would have jumped more towards like getting her freed quicker. That's why I sort of like sat down and was like, let me prove to you that I am your son before I do anything else.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that comes off in a way where it's like
no, but I think
ingenuine.
it's good because I don't think there's a way for you to get in without the
Yeah.
key. So you
Yeah.
needed Grub, which I
Yeah.
had no idea. But
Yeah, because once you sort of mentioned, once she was like, free me, I was like, obviously I'm going to free you. But I guess I should have just like done a check and make sure that like.
It was basically a prison cell where
Yeah.
the only way that you can get out was from within the vault. Like there was a key just dangling
Fair.
almost like a taunt. Like she could see the way to get it right in front of her,
right in
but she
front
could
of
never
her.
get to it. Yeah.
Damn.
But yeah, your persuasion helped because like obviously she thought you
Of
were
course.
were
100%,
Aravan, right?
Yeah. And I'm glad that I rolled good on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I hit the stone. I was gonna show like the pendant too, and I kind of did. And yeah, it was great. It was a really nice moment.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad that she's back.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I'm so stoked. I'm stoked for the next episode.
That's
We get
gonna
to
be cool.
finally,
Which I will say is going to be the finale for our Fae
fuck, really?
chapter.
Oh shit.
That's
Okay.
I didn't know.
I honestly, that kind of went over my head a little bit.
Mhm.
I was not expecting that.
Wait, I have a question. I want to circle back.
Sure.
Since we got D6s. But as far as the stone,
Mm-hmm.
Aravan, did we know that he was just hanging out with it? That
Yeah,
he just
yeah,
had
yeah,
it?
we did. We did.
Yeah.
Because like as far as did Lolth specifically say like don't touch it?
Nope.
No,
She never said that to you. No.
Okay.
In your visions that Lolth showed
Yeah.
you, it showed Aravan picking up the
Yeah.
stone and immediately corrupting it. And in flashback with like John Tree, Truffle, and
Yeah.
Pickle,
He has the stone.
he
Yeah.
picked it up. Because your mom never had the stone; she just
No.
touched it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like
And when
it's
you were-
his possession.
And when you were in the throne room,
Yeah.
like last session, the stone wasn't on the throne or anything like that. So it was somewhere, and obviously it was in Aravan's
in the
vault.
flashbacks, Aravan took it, and Lolth, in her like kind of summary of her history,
Yeah.
Aravan taking it was like a windfall for her, where like the Queen of Air and Darkness she already had and was fully corrupted, but like wasn't getting any further. But then getting and turning Aravan, who is like this crazy necromancer,
Yeah.
swayed the whole
It's
thing.
like a
right?
one ring golem. Like you
Yeah,
kind
it's
of
very much so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, and that I understand. And that's where I was just like, if she was, I don't know. I don't think it's interesting that she talked saying like, put it back. I don't know. It's
well, because
I-
now it's going to the hands of Titania and of
Well, I know nobody can touch it, right?
no, but it just mean like it's now going into the summer court.
I
right?
don't even think that's it. What I think is Hartley's tinfoil hat time.
this is what I wanted. This is what I wanted. Yeah.
No, what I really think is like think back to the Skirmish of Sisters, which is still happening, right? Is that everything was swayed in the favor of the Winter Court because of the influence of Aravan Elisir, who is now taken likely off the playing field, dead. So probably not going to have all those undead fighting alongside, which means balance is restoring. And Aravan Elisir was like an important pawn for her, and he is no longer going to be corrupted in that same way, right?
Holy shit! You know what I thought about? If that stone would have been in there a little bit longer and Faradin got his hands on it,
yeah.
then she would have essentially an exarch with a relic under
Yeah.
her control, which is
Yeah.
probably why she wanted the stone to remain there.
Oh,
Yeah, 'cause that's
a
what I was
fucking
wondering.
Good tinfoil
That's
hat
what I think.
theory.
Yeah.
I think she
Is
was
that true?
She
Do you
was
like that?
hoping
I'm not going to confirm or
He's
deny.
she
smiling.
If
He
she
likes
can
it.
corrupt anyone with the touch of it, I think that's what she was hoping for.
'Cause that's
and
where-
that's why she's upset.
Yeah. Yeah, that's where I was
That's
curious.
very
I just
smart.
didn't know who she wanted to, because if
Yeah.
Faradin's here, that means
Yeah.
he made it through. So either he's going away and not
Yeah.
protecting this.
She needs a
also
replacement.
about to come back through. Yeah, I'm
And a
like,
stronger one with a relic would be nice.
yeah.
Wow.
And that's why I was just, I don't, the reaction was just confusing in some ways, because I was just like,
Wait, but
this doesn't make sense. But I'm like, oh, it's because you wanted to hook a bigger fish.
Yeah.
That makes sense, and I hadn't thought of that.
How does
at
Minx
all.
feel about that?
Well, Minx is already technically hooked via mom.
Right.
Via
But
mom
are you like?
womb.
But like, come on! Like, maybe you want me to have the stone.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I think, yeah, I don't know. It's a little.
Yeah, right? It's
a
kinda-
little.
it feels a little like, oh,
where
like,
it's
what
kind
the
of like,
fuck?
well, fuck you. Let me show you what I can.
Yeah,
do. But
of
also,
course.
it's this weird. Also, in that same way, like Frodo mentality, where it's like, great, you can only then use power or destroy power. Those are kind of your only
Yeah,
two
yeah,
options. Because like. You can't just like that's the thing where I'm
Very
like,
cool.
what are
And
we
now
gonna
we
do?
gotta
Like
figure
seal
out
it away
what-
in a little box somewhere? Like
The
Yeah.
ring must be destroyed.
that doesn't work in any fucking thing ever because somebody always breaks into
Yeah,
the
of course.
highest security prison in the world. So those are that's kind of where I'm now confused about what. That's why I was like, I guess we take it because we can't leave it.
Yeah.
Can't leave
So,
it for him.
yeah, absolutely
and then we
not.
need to figure out what we're gonna do with our second cursed stone. Yay! Who do we give it to? No one.
More stones, more
But
rocks.
we have the relic.
You have the relic.
We have a relic.
Fuck, guys! Remember
No one can touch it.
the
but
beginning of the fucking podcast.
Yeah.
Episode 6.
Yeah.
All the way back in Thorol's
Remember
basement.
when you
And
saw
now
a
we
corpse
have
for
it.
the first time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
27
Yeah.
episodes ago.
Wow.
Jesus.
Look at that. And it's in our possession.
And we can't touch it.
No.
Oh, Clue
But
wants it so
damn,
bad.
we got it in this bag.
We got it in the bag.
The one question.
We're giving it back to Titania, though.
Well, there was one thing that
Or
now
are
I'm
we?
remembering.
We're
Didn't
going
Titania
there.
mention that the bag was technically a teleporter to her?
No.
She said whatever you put into the bag
No,
will come to
we
me.
specifically cleared that
Okay.
it wasn't that.
It was
Oh,
just
okay,
a way
So I
of
remember
being able
Minx
to,
asking
Yeah,
whether
yeah.
it was a
to
one-way.
Yeah.
take the
Like a
be able to
messenger
pick it
bag.
up.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. But yeah, and then Kinala used a vine from the throne of Titania
Yeah.
to be able
Makes
to.
sense.
Which
Yeah.
is so cool. Why didn't we get one of
We
those?
should get a couple of those
Oh,
twigs.
is
Yeah.
Pickle dead?
You don't know.
Oh, I really hope Pickle's not
You
dead.
don't know. You don't even know if Erevin's dead.
We don't
Yeah,
know.
we don't know.
Yeah.
Fuck.
We just know that he definitely stopped fighting,
Yeah,
stopped guarding.
that was intense.
Mhm.
Damn,
And I will
damn.
say, kudos to you for figuring out. Yeah, it was the quicksand. If you guys had rolled higher on your insight or perception of the door, you would have seen the colors in almost like a swirling kind of pattern, like a whirlpool or something.
And you would say,
and that would have given a
kinda
hint,
looks
like
a
kind of
Yeah.
looks like the quicksand.
sense.
Yes.
Yeah, so if we left the area, if we went from to the exit, we would just leave the cave.
No, it would have been another D20
Yeah,
roll,
yeah,
which
fair.
obviously would have
Would've
made
fucked
a
us.
massive difference.
Of course.
Jeez.
Yeah. Wow, it really got close. Really down to the wire.
Thank goodness we did
Yeah.
the 2 weeks of thinking on quicksand.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah, and going through that portal ripped your shadows away from
Yes,
your
that-
beings
I
and
gathered that.
added to the shadow monster.
Very cool.
And added to the shadow.
Very, very cool.
Mhm.
Well, I'm excited to wrap this chapter up.
And then
Yeah, one more
and
episode.
then where are we going? Are we going back to Hallow? Do we have to go to a different plane?
Well, what's
I don't
left?
know.
Well,
I really have no idea.
Without
like,
spoiling
what's
too much
our
about what's
hook?
going to happen next episode, we're going to wrap up some storylines. We're going to wrap up some mysteries. Specifically, I believe Titania might owe you something, Clue.
We know that.
your memory.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I wonder if we're staying in the Fae for the next chapter. There's a lot going on here still. It would be kind of crazy for us to leave.
I just don't know what happens with Ferrodin now. That's the thing. We just have
Yeah.
a big boogeyman chasing us around
Yeah.
this fucking plane.
Yeah, Lolth is still at large.
Yeah, not happy.
Yeah.
Very unhappy.
Stone, the relic.
feel
I don't
like-
know. I don't know if we're leaving. I mean, is it going to be like a we got
just-
this?
We just
you go.
stole from like an archival museum
Yeah.
of baddies, and now we're like, great, what do we do with
I feel
it?
like we're gonna need to move, and then there's all the shit happening on the material plane that we don't know what that fucking red smoke is
Yeah.
over the
Well,
land.
Ferrodin's here, so like he's the problems of Hallow have come into
I
the
feel
Fae.
like- I
feel
feel
like
like
they're tied to him.
We need to get just metagaming. I feel like we need to get stronger in order to. Ferrodin's clearly our big bad guy,
Yeah.
right? Or
Yeah.
Lolth, but one of the two. We need to get stronger. So Chris is going to throw
thank God it's
something
not
in our
the two
way.
of them together. God,
Oh my
imagine
God.
if he picked up the stone. I'm
It-
just thinking about it right now.
Would have been so bad.
Spider Ferrodin.
Yeah.
It
No.
still might happen. He might fucking beeline it. You know, he's beelining it to places.
But yeah, I like. So
I
we're-
think.
I feel like we're gonna go somewhere.
I
Somewhere
think.
different.
I think it's gonna be a. I think it's gonna be a defense of the Summer Court arc.
I'll bet you
Wait.
a dice.
How did he get in? I'm confused still. I'm confused how he got in.
Smash.
Was that
Smash
it? Did he
through
just
wall.
smash?
Basically,
I fucking hate that.
Yeah.
He's massive and powerful.
I don't care.
And he's got a
We were
thunder staff.
He just levels mountains. That's
I
it.
hate it.
Yeah, I
I
know.
hate it. So yeah, what measly existence are we?
Exactly.
You know, like
we need to become demigods.
Well, now he has to
beat him.
turn around and start going back in the other direction. So
can
at least we have
Titania
a few
just like
days.
shoot meridium into our veins and have it work?
well, Titania
I almost
doesn't.
drank it.
Titania doesn't have meridium. Meridium's native to
Can
Hallow.
she just
Yeah.
shoot Fey juice into our veins?
What do you think? What do you think Deb was doing?
I was gonna say
Yeah.
maybe not Titania, but Deb definitely.
You know what I need? I need new armor, Chris.
Me too.
We need new armor.
Yes.
We've got our starter chainmail.
Yeah.
It is now episode 33.
Yeah.
Clue needs some plate.
We
Is
need
there
to
like
find
a-
person.
Is there
Yeah.
like a mirror
We need a
or
shopping
We
something?
need a
episode.
shopping episode.
Is there like a magical mirror in the Fae where I can just redo my stats?
Where's like
Exa-
Sims
like
character
fucking-
creator?
What's
Like
her-
Elden Ring
Elden
or,
Ring,
or
yeah.
freaking Baldur's Gate where I can pay
Her
a-
name is like Finola or something like that, isn't it?
I think so.
Like the queen
You'll
in the
know better than
castle
I.
in the Magic Academy.
Yeah.
in Elden Ring.
Oh.
You can like redo your stats. You can shuffle them around.
Queen.
I hated that
Queen
academy.
Right. Right. I don't know. I'm trying to look her up right now. What's her name? Elden Ring shuffle stats lady. Who is the girl that levels you up in Melina? No, she levels you up.
No.
Okay, I don't know. I'm going too down the rabbit hole now.
It's just
Renala.
Renala.
There we
It's not Kinola. Renala.
Oh, very close.
Very close.
Yeah.
Very close.
Oh man.
Well, crazy. That was a crazy one. Shall we do a little what we up to?
I mean, we did it last ep, but yeah, sure.
What we up
It's
to?
been 3 weeks since then.
That's true.
It's been so
I
long.
am now on summer 2 of Stardew Valley.
How's the yield?
The yield is big.
Nice.
Chris, I think you gave birth to 2 cows now.
Of course I did.
Hartley, we might have sold you because we maxed out your stats.
I understand.
So we now have Shadow Void chicken.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wait, who'd you romance?
It's actually so funny. So Mika is romancing Harry.
Okay.
And I'm romancing
Potter.
Fuck, what's her name? The artist,
Leah.
red hair, Leah.
Yeah.
Leah, and it's
Leah's
so
the
funny.
best.
It's
I'm
so funny
sorry.
because Henry is just like, is it Harry or Henry? I think it's Harry. Harry is just like Mika's ex, and Leah is just like my ex.
Oh my
And we're
God.
romancing. We can't romance each other at 2-player.
No.
It's just so funny, the similarities
my
between the two
God.
of them. And we're both just like, this is weird.
Okay, in your
Yeah.
defense, though, I think I romanced Leah like almost every other playthrough.
Yeah, she
like,
made a statue
she's the
for me.
fucking best.
She's cool.
Yeah, she just likes wine and like
Yeah.
every shitty item in the game. It's great.
And Harry's a doctor and likes planes.
yeah.
Yeah.
So awkward.
so-
Also listens to the radio way too much. Like
Way
just
too
is
much.
weird, a little weird.
But we're on summer 2.
Yeah.
We have reached past level 25 in the desert.
Nice.
We're almost done the community center achievements for everything.
Oh, you
like
still
we are
haven't
I know. I'm
okay.
waiting for apples, which are coming soon.
Oh.
It's almost fall.
Yeah, almost
waiting
fall.
for apples and waiting for pomegranates, and then we're done
Nice.
that.
you can go get
Anyway,
him at the wagon, man.
I've been trying every
Oh.
Friday.
Oh, okay.
Every Friday and every
Sunday. Yeah.
Sunday, every
yeah.
Friday and Sunday. Anyway, if you haven't played Stardew Valley yet, do it. What are you doing? Play it. And play 2-player because it's so much more fun.
That's sick.
Very
Nice. Okay. The next last call we do,
good.
I will have played Baldur's Gate 3.
God, it's been
Also-
like 3 months of him saying.
2
I'm
days
so
away.
fucking excited.
Yeah.
2 days away from your birthday, Chris.
That is when I'm going to be playing Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
when this comes out, it'll be
will be-
Chris's birthday, and he shall be 30.
Yes.
I will be 30.
He will be
Happy
30.
almost birthday, Chris.
Thank you. Thank
And-
you very much.
Yeah.
Anything? I'm about to start Mistborn.
Very good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now you guys
Starting
talking about
to-
it.
I'm starting your
to
little
tendrils.
plant my little.
We're all going to be fucking eating books.
I'll let
by
you know
the
if
end
I
of
take
this year.
I'll let you know if I take a little nibble of it.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it's your
Good.
copy, so maybe
Yeah, of course.
maybe
Yeah,
I shouldn't eat it.
yeah, it's my copy.
But yeah, besides that, still going through Criminal Minds. Still fun. Still very psychologically tormenting.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, having a good time. But I will have a Baldur's Gate 3 update the next
Fuck,
last call.
So
Yes.
I'm so excited for you to play it.
Yeah.
I just want to jump in real quick. We just finished watching. I think it's called America's Sweethearts, the story of the documentary that just came out for
God, I know exactly.
the Dallas Cowboys.
Janae's been watching that
cheerleaders.
too.
Awesome. It's
No,
really
it's
good.
not awesome.
It's very interesting.
No, it's the
very
Cowboys.
interesting.
It's the Cowboys.
Okay.
As an Eagles fan, I have to detest
Chris
it
is
out
Okay,
of
against
it's
principle.
it's not about the football, Chris. It's about the cheerleaders.
It's always
Birds.
about the
It's
football.
about the cheerleaders.
Did you watch Cheer?
No,
Okay.
maybe. I don't know. I don't remember. How old is Cheer?
Like a couple years.
Okay, me. I don't think so.
It's like competitive cheerleading, but it's kind of
okay.
sad.
Yeah, it's sad. This one's sad
yeah.
too. There's a
But-
lot of dark
Okay. I
I
undertones.
feel like that is kind of implicit in the
Yeah.
idea of cheerleading.
Yeah,
Well, it's
Anyway.
just so hard on people's bodies, and
Yeah.
they do it to people that are
and they
so
make
young.
no
and it's-
money.
Yeah.
Well, these are all students
Yeah.
that do it, and it's like.
But even the
ugh.
Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders do not make any. Like they make minimum wage.
Yeah.
They have like they're doctors and like they're dentists and they're working other places and
Yeah.
then till 5 and then from like 6 till like 10 o'clock at night they do cheerleading every single day. It's insane.
Yeah.
It's insanity. Watch it though. It's very interesting.
Cool.
Maggie.
Maggie?
I watched all of Perfect Match season 2.
Nice.
Nice.
I hated the ending. I was so fucking mad, and it's fine.
Was it not a perfect match?
It was not, and they picked a stupid winner.
Wait,
and
no spoilers because I'm watching it.
Oh, are you?
Yeah,
Did
perfect
you watch
match.
season 1?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the one with Dom, right?
Yeah, what
Perfect
episode
match?
are you in?
We are in. Dom just left.
Oh, okay.
Oh fuck! I'm
Spoilers.
Yeah, now you're
Wow.
spoiling.
Now I'll never watch it.
Dom might come back because it's perfect match.
Yeah.
They fucking bring people back nonstop. Anyway,
I was
middle.
so hyped by mid-season. I was like, wow, this is like an incredible season of TV.
Okay, that's good
I
to
was
know.
so excited.
Because
And
I
then
would say it started pretty slow, and like we
Really?
were like it's not as exciting as the first season.
I was really loving it. And then the ending happened, and it all went to shit
Went
for
to
me.
shit, eh?
It
Okay.
all
Well, that's
got
good to know.
spoiled.
But worth getting there.
It was fine. Like, I'm
Oh,
gonna,
okay. Well,
yeah.
I mean, I'm just we're in the middle
fine.
of watching it. So.
Just the ending just ruined it all for me, honestly,
Copy.
in some ways. And so I'm like, it's
Gotcha.
fine. Anyways, I love trash TV.
Trash TV is good TV.
My partner started playing Hollow Knight, and so I've been watching that
Nice.
kind of
Oh,
vicariously
that's fun.
again, which is
Very
nice
cool.
because I am bad at Hollow Knight. Like Cuphead, like any of them. I'm just not like a super Meat Boy. Like I just can't. I'm not
Yeah.
good at them. They're not my thing. I wish I was, but it is really fun to like watch
Somebody.
all lore
Yeah, of
because
course.
it's the lore that I like.
Yeah.
And I think I'm just gonna play The Witcher 3 so I can finally get to the DLCs that I never
yes.
played.
Oh, do I
that
keep
I-
playing Witcher 3? I haven't finished
No!
it yet. Okay, fine.
Play Baldur's Gate. It's been a year.
Yeah, no, and because like I started playing the last one. What just came out? The TV show, the Fallout. I started playing Fallout
Oh,
again, and then I
yeah.
just didn't get
That's
into
a
it the
Fallout.
same
big of a
way.
hurdle. It's
And I
a
was just
lot.
like, actually, I really just want to play the DLCs for The Witcher that I never got to.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's so much fun.
I'm very excited because I've never done them,
Yeah.
but I already bought them.
I'm in the
And-
same position as you, where it's like the DLCs for Elden Ring came out.
Oh, I want to
I'm
play.
like, and I'm like, oh, everyone's playing them.
You didn't even
I
finish
haven't.
the regular
I haven't
game.
even finished the regular game. I'm close-ish, but it's just like it's the whole hurdle of like getting back into it and being in the middle of a massive campaign and being like, what's happening?
Yeah.
I also
Anyway.
bought Bloodborne,
Cool.
which
Oh,
I've never played.
Yeah,
Heck yeah.
Because a bunch of shit was on sale, and so
Yeah.
I also
Very
got
nice.
the Final Fantasy that I played as a kid that I never finished, like Final Fantasy X and X2.
Okay.
Mm.
I never finished X, but it was the only one I ever played, and then X2 just was in a package with it, and so I got both, and so they're there. And It Takes Two. I got a bunch of stuff on a Steam
It
sale.
Takes Two is great.
Well, not Steam.
Oh, It Takes Two is
something.
so
So
good.
good.
So
Yeah,
good.
I'm excited.
Really, really
Games.
good.
I want to play all these games.
Yeah.
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 And we get to the final part where we find out what Hartley's eating.
Hartley.
I'm eating. I ate 2 books.
Fuck.
I ate Arcanum Unbounded, which is I wanted to. I haven't read Brandon Sanderson forever, but I always skip his I skip some of his smaller stuff. Arcanum Unbounded is a collection of his short stories that like tie together a bunch of his like series that I had never read. So I read all of that, and then he's got a bunch of secret projects. So 3 books. Sorry, and I read.
a book a week.
I read
It scares me really.
The Sunlit Man. Not a fan.
No.
Unfortunately, and I love Brandon Sanderson. Not a fan. Didn't like the
Oh,
writing. Didn't like the
okay.
character. Didn't like pretty much anything. Don't know why. I think it's because it's set, on it's weird. Doesn't matter. Set in a different planet with a character that I know.
Didn't like
it's
it.
set with a character that I know from a storyline from a series of books that is currently happening in the future. But the way I interpret him in the books that I love is not the way he acts in the new book. And I understand that time has passed and he's a different man. He's grown, but it's grown in a way that you would never have expected from that character. And
Oh.
it throws me off and I don't like it.
Okay.
I don't like the way he talks.
That's fair.
Doesn't matter. And then I am like 3/4 of the way through Tress of the Emerald Sea. I'm just checking off a bunch of his secret projects. And then
Cool.
I'm going to move into John Gwynne, The Shadow of the Gods trilogy. That's my next one.
Another trilogy.
Yeah. And then we're playing A Plague Tale Requiem. Or
Oh, yeah.
Carol
Yeah,
already
you
yes.
mentioned. Yeah.
She loves that. We're almost done that.
Nice.
And then, sorry, thank you. And then that's it. I feel like I got more, but it doesn't matter.
Ooh.
Oh, fucking House of the Dragon.
I was
Oh, I'm
gonna
watching
bring it up.
too.
I was so
The
curious.
Dragon.
It's so good.
The best fucking
so
fantasy
good.
show. Holy shit. I
So good.
love
I-
that show.
I stopped watching the
Oh,
middle of the first
it's-
season.
Yeah, that's bad. That's
Before
not-
she got old.
Dude.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's the
I
best
dropped off
show.
at the worst time for
I'm-
no reason
Were
at
you
all.
a Game of Thrones fan?
Yeah.
This is like
Obsessed.
peak Game of Thrones level. Like
I don't know what it was.
The whole show is better than Game of
I
Thrones.
watched like 3 episodes and I was like,
Wait,
and then I don't know.
Hartley, did you read the books?
I
No,
did.
I've never.
I got.
Okay.
I'm gonna
I
watch
don't-
them.
I don't love George R. R. Martin's.
I'm just
writing
curious because
style,
I
his
know
prose.
specific. Like, I think from a show perspective, it's one of the. I'm
Yeah.
highly enjoying this show. Like,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
I'll watch
like
it.
it's funny because I'm the things that I'm picking at, I'm like, oh, I think that this was a pickup shot because every other scene in the show is such good quality.
Amazing.
And then when I see, I'm like, oh, this is a lazy shot. I'm like, it's only because they've brought the quality up so high now.
You know what it was?
But
I think because it came out the same time as the Lord of the Rings one came
which is dog shit.
was awful.
Yeah.
And I
So
think
bad.
I was watching those in tandem.
We were too.
And I just kind of got like fantasied out
Yeah.
for a little bit. I was just like, oh, like this Lord of the Rings one is really bringing me down. Like I just don't.
House
I
of the
don't know.
Dragon
sit
is
down,
the
2
best.
bottles of wine.
Yeah,
and just
yeah,
like
I'll
get
just do
into
it.
And it's honestly
Yeah.
like a low bar to clear.
For
right?
sure.
There's
for
only
sure.
like 10 episodes in the first season.
100%.
It's
I have no excuse.
the best TV.
I have no
the
excuse.
Actors, the casting's perfect. The acting's perfect. The writing is incredible. Like some
episode-
sloppy moments, but
Episode
incredible.
3 though was just fucking.
Second
I
season.
haven't. Don't tell me. I haven't watched it yet.
I haven't seen episode 3 yet
I
either.
haven't watched it yet. I know. It's just like
Guys, the
everything you
sets
want
and the
from a show.
I follow some of the artists that do like the pre-art for it to
Yeah.
like set up
Yeah.
like what it's just stunning
good.
and it's
Yeah.
just
I can't
God,
sing enough praises
I'm-
about that show. I was supposed to go watch it tonight.
Oh,
I'm just saying,
Sorry,
like,
Caroline.
every shot that like every other shot that they have to set up scenes, I'm like, these I could have a print of this. This is beautiful and I love it. And it's just so much work and it's not watch it.
I'll watch it. I'll watch
But
it.
I know people that read the books are mad because they are changing a lot of the character aspects. And so that's what I'm
figure
curious
that,
about.
and that's kind of why I'm not choosing not to. I don't love George R. R. Martin's prose, but then I'm also not reading them because I'm like, this I'm fine letting TV be TV because it's like removing all those people angry. It's a good TV show.
It's a good TV
and
show.
when
Well,
it's a
that's
good
important.
TV show, that means that they're making
Yeah.
the right choices.
Yeah.
Because
Not like-
good books do not make good TV shows.
It's not
it's
like
also
in
not-
the original series where
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
changed from the books and it was
Well,
dog shit.
that book series hasn't even finished.
Yeah,
like
that-
Winds of
that's 'cause
Winter
the
hasn't
book
even
hasn't
come
come
out
out.
yet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But this whole House of the Dragon doesn't even follow any of those books. It follows like a lore.
It
Kind
was
of,
the history made for those books,
Yeah,
which is
literally. And they're using
ridiculous.
that. Yeah,
Very
So
cool.
it has a perfect ending because like we know how it's going to end,
Yeah.
especially because it's a prequel to the original Game of Thrones series.
Yeah.
So it has to end a certain way.
Okay,
Yeah.
sick.
So
okay, I'll watch.
the
Yeah,
quality
I mean, I'll
should
be there.
still be great.
Yeah,
Unlike
yeah.
the writing of Game of Thrones that went downhill because they had
course.
nothing to
Yeah.
go off
Yeah,
of.
fair. Fair.
Yeah.
The last thing I'm excited for is Netflix came out with a golf anime, and
Huh?
I will be watching that
Nice.
as well.
I might watch it too. We'll see.
You saw it, right?
I've seen
I
it,
see
but I
the-
haven't watched it.
Yeah.
This is the last time I'm going to have multiple things to talk about before I just say I'm playing Baldur's Gate.
Okay, but there's
Who's
so
next?
much to talk about
There's
in
gonna be
Baldur's
so
Gate,
much
though,
to talk
Chris. I
about.
can talk
I
to you
can't
about
wait.
Baldur's Gate literally for
I'm
hours.
secretly hoping that she's.
Sorry, my cat's head came out from the door and it got squashed in the. Anyway, she's
I
okay.
want to talk about
She's
Baldur's
okay.
Gate too.
I'm secretly hoping that Chris has the same experience as me. He just goes after one
You're
week.
just
He goes,
bitter.
I don't know. It's okay.
You just don't
No,
like
Chris
fun.
is gonna have the most fun with it.
Chris
We
is
all
gonna
know
have a lot
it.
of fun.
Yeah.
All right, let's wrap her up.
Yeah, I gotta.
Anyways, thank you so much for listening.
Go.
Thank you so much for listening to episode 33 of The Last
Wow.
Call. Joined once again by Chris, Mike, Hartley, and Maggie. We'll see you next time on Trouble at the Tavern. Take it away with the slow fade jazz.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.